Hello there. Ah! Sorry. Good morning. Wait. Hey, Creative Manual, how you doing? Hello. What's up? It's hot in here. I shouldn't have. Hello. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. T, do you have a sound? Wait, is this the right song? Merry-Go-Round of Life? Oh no, let's rewind it for you, T, because I don't think it's I don't think you hear it all the way through if you start it when there's no sound. So how are you doing, Faffin? Oh, okay, good. You can barely hear me over the music. Okay, let's fix the music then. What's this? Pinak? A new layout? Is it a new layout? No, it's just my chatting layout. Oh, that's odd. Oh, that's so weird. So some of you are having trouble with the sound? So JD, you can't hear me? But Faffin can? Shh. Thank you for my ramen. I poached an egg in ramen for the first time today. It's probably overdone now, though. I'm a little nervous. All right, thanks, Epoxis. Dev, how you doing? How's it going? Welcome on into the stream. I see that it's your first chat. Oh, I need to put IRL Bubbles off pause. Sorry about that, everybody. I didn't know IRL Bubbles was on pause. Should we test it? Shall we test it? I love taking the first IRL Bubbles, unless someone else would like it. I'm gonna do it. It's my turn. Okay, good. Oh, someone did it. Baffin! Didn't work. Oh, right, because I didn't put it up. Hold on, let me, hold on, I didn't actually start the stream. Reject and refund points. Did you get your points back? I didn't put it up. I did all of the plugging in and I'm like, oh yeah, that's good. That's all I need. Ridiculous. So many times I've done this.
I can hear myself. I don't like that. Oh, this guy. This freaking
guy. Oh man. At least I can't hear myself laugh with him because it cracks me up so much. Okay, desktop, Twitch app, and then I need Mechocracy. And then I need to start my virtual environment. Yes, and then after that, I need to cd into vibes. And then vibes, and then I can start the Unicorn server, which is Flask. Has anybody ever written? Oh, you know what I need? I need a Twitch piling. Don't tell people, Epoxis. Don't tell people what? What are we not telling people? What are we keeping a secret? Oh no, I want to hear the secret. What? You can't keep a secret from me. All right, hold on. I got to get myself a Twitch token because I don't have one. And I have to put it into my environment hole. Excuse me while I itch the side of my nose. It's always suspicious when streamers itch like any part of their face near their nose because you're like, are they actually? And I'm not. It's just very itchy right here in the crease. I didn't put lotion on after my shower. That's the problem. I need lotion. I need like face lotion. The secret is that. Oh, okay. All right. Okay, that's a good secret, I guess. All right, I'm gonna pull this up. Oh, I kind of have... It did the thing again where it does token Twitch instead of Twitch token, and I don't understand why. Twitch token. After I get this up, then we can do bubbles again. And all will be right with the world. So cliche. Sorry for the cliche, everybody. All right, put this in my environment folder before I show it to the world. Here we go. Close this, start my server. CD, desktop, Twitch app, Mechacracy, npm run dev. I need to like do something with the node package to run production. I mean, I don't really because it's still kind of in production. Hi, Tech Doofus, how you been? Ain't nobody caring. Go ahead and dig for your goal. I think people care. I'm not picking my nose, it's itchy right here. It's like this little crevice right here. Why is this spot on my face so itchy? Oh man, everybody's gonna know I picked my nose. It's horrible. How you doing, Tech Doofus? How you been? How's everybody doing today? I don't have like, you know what, my sound is really low. Can anybody throw up like a sound, like a celebrate? I just heard the bubbles. I feel like everything's so low today. Maybe it's just me. Okay, so this is the first time I've ever poached an egg in ramen. I've never like done it just like directly in the ramen thingy. I've always done, oh, you want bubbles? Oh,
you can do it!
Fafin, did I reward your point? Did you get your points back? Thank you for the I can do it. I can do it, Pailang. The other day I was working on something for work and I just remember thanking you. I'm like, I'm so glad Pailang makes me think bubbles through these things. I know you don't make me, but so happy. Good. Ah, bubbles in my, no, not in my ramen. No, these are going the wrong way. No, I mean, I spilled tea on my desk the other day, so it was way worse than this. But this has to go a different direction. Yeah, bubble ramen is good. Yeah, soapy ramen. Ugh, gross. This is the most experimental ramen I've ever made. There's like parsley in it, poached egg. Well, it's probably like hard-boiled egg at this point. It's not, it's still soft. Yay! Does anybody like hate the look of, I guess you can't really see it. It's like too shiny. I love poached eggs. I think I had a poached egg for the first, well, I knew I had a poached egg for the first time like 2 years ago. Yeah, it didn't go off, Old Sloppy. What kind was? No, I didn't hear it either. Yummy. Okay. So I want to work on server stuff today. And some of that is going to be trying to get the Python. Like, I think there are several things I have to do. So I have to like start working on GitHub a little bit more fancily. I have to bubble soap. I feel like of the things that it's gross to watch people eat, like ramen isn't one of them, but you all can tell me differently. You could be like, Chrissy, you're disgusting. Like, please stop. Please stop.
Oh, oh no. Oh, that's Timmy. Oh my goodness.
I'm in a black box of emotion. There we go. Old Sloppy, what are you doing? Get off my name. It is rough. Hurts my ears, Vaffin. Luckily, it goes away for me after 10 seconds, so you guys have to suffer through it. This is so good. I'm in a very happy place. I'm coding. I got ramen. It was only 10 seconds here too. That's not a lot of points time of redeem. Old Sloppy, it's only 10 seconds. We gotta fix it. It's only 10 seconds for them too. We'll fix it, JD. Old Sloppy was messing it with it before stream as he was trying to be fancy, but he really shouldn't try to be fancy. Not right before stream. I know, shenanigans. JD, when are we gonna do our raid-a-thon? When are we gonna do our White Claw raid-a-thon? Opnurio, thank you for the follow. Go to the bathroom or something? No, just tell me how to change it. I can do it. You want me to do it on stream? No, it's okay. Nobody cares. JD, do you know how many Discords I'm on? All right, fine. I'll just look. Fine, you can't answer on my stream. I'll just look at it. I'll just go be responsible. Stop it. No, I don't want to go to settings. Google, you suck. Seriously. Ugh. Now I have to check. Now I have to go check. If you want to, I can try to walk you through it. Yeah, let's see. Let's fix the stream. Let's fix the sound. Especially, and can we reset the number that we can do since some of them have been short? Bring up Lumia stream. All right, bring up Lumia stream. Got it, Lumia stream. Then what? I'm eating anyway, so it's a good time to like fix some things while I eat, because I'm not going to be like, I shouldn't be in my server when I'm eating. I can't multitask. Click the edit button to the right of the test. Change my voice for 10 seconds, randomly chooses. Duration 10 seconds. So I need to do it longer. Thanks for the follow, Epox. You're sticking around, huh? That's awesome. Thank you so much for hanging out with us and following. Appreciate you. Well, change that to 30 seconds, but that's not it. Is this going to be me hearing myself the entire time? Because that's going to be horrible, but it's fine. Then what? Ugh. I just want to use the button. It's fine. Click on voice mod. Click on voice mod. Okay. Voice, random voice favorite test. Can I test it? Trying to cover your time working with streams? Oh, what does that mean? No, we're trying to cover my time working with streams. You need to work with streams? Are you like a fancy stream worker? I don't know. Edit delay to a total of 30 seconds. Okay. Should we test it? There we go. But there's no sense. That's so out of key. But there's no sense. No, I can't do it. It's out of key right now. I'm out of key. Oh, that's it? Let's make it longer. I feel like that's not fun. That's too short, y'all. Gotta be longer. Edit. It went back to 10 seconds. I didn't save it. That's why. There we go. That's just my voice.
That's weird. Oh, this is the Houston. We have a problem. Right? Which one is Houston? The one on the ground, right? Oh yeah, it does stop for me. Okay, that's cool. I got it. No, it worked, and I've live streamed in the background. Oh, there's also on the boxes. I do that sometimes too, but then, like, what I'll do is I'll play them on silent because I can't
Pay a lot of attention, so I'll pop in every once in a while. But like, it's really hard for me to like listen and pay attention at the same time. But I like popping in. Like, I like coming in every once in a while. So I feel you if you got to work. Respect coming from over here. I totally get that. No, that's fine. Refresh. Then I just minimize, right? Do I minimize it or close it? I'm not done yet. I don't want to hear myself to the full for blah, 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 blah. I'm okay. It's fine. I'm done. I think that worked, right? All right, good. We're not done. I have no patience for this. Can we be done? No, I'm done. Is this not enough? Is it not long enough? Change the redeemed. All right, so let's go. Let's open WSL. I want to live in my server for a little while. I want to think about Git. I want to think about starting Git on my server, and I don't know if I should do the SSH or the HTTPS. I know that having SSH keys on your server is bad, but I wonder if I can like protect them somehow. And do people normally do SSH keys? Are they? I mean, SSH keys are safer, right? But like, why would I for all the way, even when it's on your server, Epoxy Dev? Like why? I mean, I get. Hold on. I mean, I understand why they would be safer, but on my server, what am I worried about? Like, I'm protecting like the push, right? And the worst thing someone could do is like push to my Git or delete my Git without me knowing, right? Like that's the key logging passwords. Oh, okay. They could key log my passwords. All right. Key logging passwords. I know, PNAC. Delete my Git repository piling. I don't know. I guess they couldn't. Hold on, PNAC. Maybe. I don't know. I know, like, the only thing I really understand about. Slow down there, we'll still be here. I know, I'm just trying to finish so y'all, like, so I can chat about this. I wish I had a spoon. I don't have a spoon. Not a good look. I can't do this daintily. Oh. No! I'm not gonna take my time hiding. It's almost done. It was actually helpful, Peanut. It like hid me for a second so I could finish. Okay, gone. Sorry. Mm-hmm. All right, all done. Ow. Okay, back to Git. So what, I think I want to understand what it's really protecting, right? So I know we need jump scare. Peanut, do you want me to put my hood up? Is that what you were saying? You want cybersecurity, Chrissy? Or hacker, Chrissy? I think the blue hood is better for it, but they're both pretty good. Let me get my hair back. Oh, cybersecurity streams? Maybe sometime. I don't really know. Yeah, I do want to know what SSH keys are protecting. I'm guessing that SSH. Yeah, that's what I want to know. What does the internet say about what? No, stop. Why? Leave me alone. All of this, go away. I don't want to turn AI-powered experiment. I don't need helpful overviews. Access to your computer, but I'm not asking, I'm asking specifically about, oh, a passphrase. Oh, this is cool. To add an extra layer of security, you can add a passphrase to your SSH key. Okay. So attacker can gain access to every system that uses that key. I have to think about what you're asking. It's cool, but also annoying. Wait, the passphrase is annoying? Or what I'm asking is annoying? Oh, okay. Yes to both. No, I got you. What are SSH keys? What's the point? Here, let's understand this. So I know a little bit about SSH protocol, can connect and authenticate to remote servers and services. That makes sense. Without supplying your username and personal access token. Okay. You can access and write data in repositories on github.com using SSH. Right. So basically it's like my portal to my stuff. And it helps me sign my commits. So not only does it, so it says like, hey, wait, hold on. So it's not auth though, right? Oh no, it is. It kind of is like auth. Hold on, let's freeze. There are ways around it. Passphrase to encrypt your key. You might want to have a high security key that's passphrase protected that could be used to recover the other accounts. Oh, or do administrative, a key that you use for general access to your machines that isn't. Hold on, passphrase to encrypt your key. I see. Key ring to limit the passphrase use. Okay. You can access and write data in repositories on GitHub using SSH. This makes sense. So basically, interesting. I've never really thought about what secure shell means. So it's secure shell is what it is. Hey! Woo-hoo! What's up? Ship that code. Hey, Bruno Ale. How you doing? Welcome on into the stream. Thanks for following. Ship! Ship, did you stream today? Yes, secure shell. Secure shell. So secure shell means that you're, okay. Sorry, I'm breaking down everything because I want to understand, replaces telnet. Huh. A long weekend and we rented a pool. Hell yeah, that's amazing. Hey Bruno, how's it going? SFTP secure file transfer protocol. Yeah, I get that. So the shell is interesting because the way I think of a shell is it's a, and I might not be thinking of a shell correctly, but like a shell to me is an interface that allows, you know, it's funny, like conceptually, like I understand, obviously I know when I SSH into my VPS, what do I think is happening? So when I SSH into my VPS, I think that, I think what is happening is I send some version of my, I guess maybe I don't send it, but like my VPS says, hey, I recognize your, no, wrong. Yes, I recognize your key and your IP. So when I SSH, basically the protocol will somehow match my VPS key to the key that's on, there's like the client user key, right? There's like a combined key. Yeah, shell access means I can open the shell, but like shell is the outside part of a nut. That makes sense, T. I kind of like that way of putting it. It's like I get that a shell has like a whole bunch of rules and different commands and it's set up certain ways and you install different, you know, you can install different like extensions to a shell so that you can do things, but like what is it really communicating with? Is it communicating with the compiler directly? Or like I'm just trying to think of like what the whole idea is of a shell, of a shell. Sorry. That's fun. um, okay, so you send your keystrokes. Beep boops. The bits are encrypted. Okay, hold on. That's like Tech Doofus, that has got to be like the like explain it like I'm 5. I'm not, it's okay. You can explain it. Secure cell is like tunneling into another computer. I get that, Piling, but like it's like tunneling into the computer. But like I have PowerShell. I always like struggle with this idea. We're all 5? I hope not. Twitch says 13 is the, and according to the TOS, man, I'm definitely above 13. The actual shell you get on the other end is immaterial. You're connecting to a TTY. The TTY transports the keystrokes. Ah, interesting. Thank you, Faffin. That is exactly what I wanted to understand. Okay, so the shell is right. Okay, cool. I got you. to a TTY. Can I just look up what that is? A TTY? Controlling terminal. Okay. Look at the TTY command. Huh. Teletype. Oh. Uh-oh. Teletype. Teletype. I'm learning so much about nothing today. Teletype. It's not nothing. This is interesting. What? Wait a second. This is a teleprinter. That's a different thing. What is teletype? TTY. Shell. I'm just going to put them all together. Beep, boop, beep, beep, boop, boop, boop. History of shell. Ooh. Hold on. I want to get out of that. I don't want to. Let's do this. CTSS was developed during 1963 and 1964. Doesn't say 19. CTSS reaches stage where I felt the command should be usable as building blocks for writing more commands. Just like subroutine. That makes sense. Runcom. Okay. A sort of shell driving the execution of command scripts with argument substitution. Mad. Are you ever not thinking of Teletubbies? That's what I was thinking. The secure part. Well, the secure part I get of the connection just means it's encrypted. I think for the most part, I understand the secure part because I have a key and it has a client key, and our key together makes the the beauty of the whole thing. Something like that. I need to know this better. I need to be able to explain this better. Back in the day, people used to interact with the mainframe computer from a TTY. Wow! The terminals you emulate. The terminals emulate those old school TTYS. Wow, that is so cool. This is so cool. This is how I know. This is how I know I like being a software developer, because the history is so fun. And it's so new too. I mean, 1963? I guess not that. It's newish. It's new. It's new. I mean, it's new for history. Especially since this is old school. I mean, you're talking it feels like it should be ancient, but it's only 6 years ago, you know? Crazy. This is cool. This is cool. Bookmark. Origin of the shell. I don't think I have a lot of things bookmarked in here. I'm excited to read that. If you looked at the old Inet docs, they talk about being ready for the typewriter to connect to the system. Yo. Thanks, Hallerutin. Yeah, I think I understand it now better. I think I didn't, it's not that I didn't, I kind of understood what I was getting at with the shell, what I was using, how I was but I want to understand the whole thing, because it's really interesting and fun to look into and think about. Plus, when something goes wrong, you have a more in-depth understanding of what's happening. So it's cool. Teletypewriters. Oh, that was what I looked at, Fafin, the teletypewriters. Cool. Cool. All right. So we're now going to, oh yeah, that would be great. Thanks, Piling. This stuff is fascinating. Okay, so what am I doing? What I want to do today is so what I'm doing with the SSH to GitHub is I'm creating a, not GitHub, to Git. I see. Is that right? Or is it GitHub? I always mess this up. But if it's the shell part, I guess that my gut would say, okay, so it's actually GitHub. All right. So Git is the interface. Is Git like the way to use? The way to use Git is the app. I know these things are like supposed to be super obvious, but like, okay, it's just the terminal app. Got it. So Git is all of the commands and all, like when you do git/help, it is all of the whole app that like wraps into how you communicate with your repository. And so when people talk about how GitHub is different than Git, they're saying that like GitHub is where everything is stored and Git is the way that you interact with that thing, that stored thing. Kind of like a CLI tool. Holy crap, y'all. I love when things come together. Like, I love it. Like I use AWS CLI at work, although it's changed a little bit. And then I use like Elastic Beanstalk CLI. So, I mean, of course, we all use, I mean, CLIs are like, a Vue has a CLI. They all have CLIs, but I just never really thought about the difference between Git and GitHub. I knew they were different, but I didn't really understand it. And I think I now, GitLab and GitHub are pretty web GUIs. Yeah, I don't think I almost never use GitLab. GitHub has nothing to do with how Git works. Just exploits Git to unite people. Oh, good point. So Pylang is the storage then. So the repository lives on Git and GitHub is just the interface for Git. So like if you didn't have GitHub, you can use GitHub internally. Okay, yeah, right. You can use a desktop version. No, okay, that's wrong. No. Without GitLab or GitHub. So then what is so Git is just the interface. It's just the interactor. It's just Git is how you manage a repository. When you say the repository. Yeah. When I say the repository, I mean a folder on a server that is at an endpoint that I'm looking. Yes. Okay. So because it's so GitHub just, wait, so you said no though. They're different. Wait, what's not a good description of a repository? A directory of files on a server? Git itself creates databases. Whoa. Repos of files and associated metadata. GitHub is a collection of Git repos managed as software as a service. The on a server part. A repo, it's just a directory of files. Oh, because it can be local? Yeah, that's it. A Git repo is just a folder on a commuter with a .git folder. I get it. I mean, I don't get it 100%, but I think I get it much better than I did. Back in CVS days, a repo is a collection of deltas. Oh, you know what CVS is? CVS is a pharmacy in my brain. Git is basically a store for project folder. Yeah. But it stores each commit as a div. Okay. Cool. All right. So yeah, I'm good. I think I'm solid. Wait, did anybody try vibes yet? Okay. Number 6, Peanut. Way to go. Who's number 1? Who's number 1? I bet it's Alan.
Time makes no sense.
Oh. What? 1 year? Ellen, have we been buds for a year? I'm so happy. It's our friendiversary. Oh no, a bubble got into my tea. This can't, I don't know what's going on, but like there's a bubble in my tea. I'm just gonna drink it. If I get sick, it's gonna be okay. It's bubble tea? I guess it is. That's a whole different meaning of bubble tea. It's pretty much a soap. My tea's carbonated. Carbonate my tea should be that's funny. Still number 6, Peanut. Ha ha ha. 9 months. Peanut's 9 months. Alan is 12. Oh, good job, T. That got me. Carbonated. Who's number 1? I'm not number 1. I'm probably like number 25. Let's see. Viberating. You know what though? I didn't delete the database. I wonder if we can just find out who number 1 is, and then I'll delete the database and start it again. Let's see who's number 1. Oh, look who it is! It's Piling! Jackson! Hey, how's it going? You're always number 1, T. All right, cool. So you're number 1, Piling. You're number 1. You're number 1 on the vibes chart. You're number 1. You have the highest vibe. Hey, Alvy, how you doing? Have you seen the original War Games? Okay, I'll check it out. Just starting to take CS 50 courses. All right. Good, I'm glad you enjoyed the pain. Let's do some real stuff. Let's do some stuff. Let's do the things. All right, so when we were last here, let's open up a terminal. When we were last here, biggest terminal ever, y'all. We were chilling in my server as root because we love being in root. Let's do real stuff, y'all. I don't know. What is this song? Can you do exclamation point song? Selena Gomez. If I'm able to make what go, Strombad? I tried to, oh yeah, for real. It's AI, CS50 AI. Is it like an open source class or something? No, Tuna, it's not too hard for you. It just takes baby steps and a lot of help from other people. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to WSL our lives away. And then we're going to SSH into the root. Do I need to do the root? I am going to be trying to initialize my Git with an SSH. I might do HTTPS, but I don't know. I think it's probably a better idea. And this is going to be like, I might be hiding this. I don't need WSL to, yeah, but I want to be working in Linux, so I don't want to SSH in without it. Yeah, but I don't want to use it. Or I guess it doesn't matter, right? If I SSH into it, will I still, I guess I'll be on the server's OS anyway, so I guess I shouldn't really worry about it. I didn't even think about it. RX Rob has what he calls a boost class. Oh, okay, that's cool, Ashby. Can you link it? I'll save it. Oh, here it is. Oh, Peanut, you linked it? I have a hard time. I don't know if y'all have the same issue, but I have a really hard time listening to lectures. Hold on, I'm going to bring it up on Chrome because not that I don't, I do like Firefox for Devs. I do, but this one right here, full university course, full computer science university course. All right, cool. I mean, I have a lot of courses to take. So I'm going to focus on those, but this looks really cool. I will keep this too. 2.5 speed. Yeah. Yeah. Why not just run Linux if the first thing you do is connect to a Linux box? Because I don't know. Maybe someday. Baby steps, Strombad. Okay, so now I'm in the root. I don't know, Hatter. Let's see. So I wonder what even, oh, it's Ubuntu. The first time I saw Ubuntu, however you say it, I should probably have Google say it. Okay, Google, how do you say Ubuntu?
That's pronounced Ubuntu.
Oh, okay. Ubuntu. Okay, anyway. The first time, did you guys ever use a BART PE disk? Like, does anybody know what a BART PE is, what it is? I don't really either, but I remember using, okay, I will piling. BART PE. So BART PE was it was basically like a fake computer on a disk so that I could play with, it's a pre-installed environment that customizes Windows XP or Windows Server into a light environment. And it basically, when I used it, I learned how to edit registry items because you couldn't hurt anything, I guess. But you can learn on it. So it was, anyway, I thought of that from Ubuntu because I think that's the first time I really saw it. Ubuntu. Who got who? Hold on. WinBART PE is just a bootloader, bootable Windows. It's not really like a virtual machine. It's different. Yeah. For troubleshooting. Yep. I have no idea, Strombat. It was literally the first time. If you're opening registry Hive on disk from PE, you can definitely hurt it. I think there was I wasn't on my registry. It wasn't on my computer. So it was I don't remember. I honestly I just remember using the disk and having it be like a virtual machine-ishy thing. It's not really, but anyway, it's so far beyond me. It's so back in the day that I can't even, PE, pre-installed environment. Logical use of values. Ubuntu, it's the same as U. It is now dead, yes. Not really a VM, it's a bootable operating system. That feels right. You need to make sure you don't damage the Queen registry in the registry Hive. Because the Queen, I get that. I don't know if that's a joke or not a joke, but whatever it is, T, I love it. Live environment, cool. Yeah, I get it. Yeah, anyway. It was just made me think of it. I can't tell, the Queen Hive. live CDs as part of the installer. Oh, that's cool. All right. Back to what I was doing. So what I'm trying to do is decide, well, I already, so I'm trying to really understand the difference between Knopics. The difference between using HTTPS, the secure hyper transfer protocol, I'm missing a T, and the secure shell protocol for GET. And I've heard because HTTPS is less, it's so you don't have a key, right? So it's less secure. Jesus, it is so hard to like, right. It uses TLS, right. So, so I'm just trying to think, oh, it's not less secure, but with SSH keys, you limit the damage they can do. That's really interesting. Can we talk more about that? Jackson. I am a simulation. You can't prove that. Sure. A lot of new systems don't even typing passwords with the is the insecure part of HTTPS. I see. Okay. All right. So HTTPS is not, I'm just going to close this. With HTTPS, you have account credentials on your server. With an SSH key, all you have is the ability to upload and download code. With HTTPS, you have account credentials on your server. So you have a username and password. Got it. But, okay. So then, that's it. You can't do anything else. Because it's just a shell. Okay. No, I know, Hatter. That's not what I meant. That's not what I meant. Because the uploading and downloading of the code is within the shell. Oh, remove it from my vocabulary? So wait. So the secure shell keys have nothing to do with using the shell? If you give me a key to your shed, I can't get into your house. HTTPS is the key to the house and the shed. Okay. Shell is your house. GitHub is the shed. Okay. Got it. I understand it. It could be a shell, could be SFTP. Right. Okay. All right. I'm trying to put all the pieces in my head together like a network of information, because I do think that like there is a very clear picture of what these like protocols and why you change between them and what's going on, and I think like I'm getting closer to the idea of that. So yeah, all right, so then let's wait a minute, did someone follow? Not a sub. What's my end goal? I should probably tell you, Epoxis. So right now what we're doing is we're deploying a piece of Python code to the server. The first thing I want to do is get a Git remote repository open from my current setup, which is like just a little like hello worldy Python. It's dev, right? It's just a little, I don't even know what it does anymore. It does a random number. I think it generates a random number. 2 of them. Not really. I mean,
Fuck
2.
your life! Bing bong!
Hey. Hey, Wolfred. How you doing? Founders in the house. Console is a hole in the wall. Terminal is a window. Shell is a pane. Filing. Okay, so this code right here, this hello world code, I wrote this as like a proof of concept to be able to put my vibrator on the web and then put some sort of like little bitty front end in front of it. Once you're in heaven, you can't get out. You can't right quit out of heaven. Okay, so then what I want to do after I'm able to connect this to Git is then initialize a new Git with SSH keys somewhere else in my server so that my new endpoint is my vibrator. I can't restart. Who can't restart? Vim is heaven. What? I don't know. Everybody likes. I like Vim. I think I like Vim. It's good. What? Wait. What's thinking? Who's thinking? What's happening? Anyway. Okay. So right now, I think where we last. That's true. Not everybody likes Vim. That's true. And we know. Yeah. Some people do. Some people don't. That's true. I like IntelliJ too. Fafin, what do you use? Wilfred, I know you're an IntelliJ folk. Vim has vigor. A Windows noob. But if I can't leave heaven, it sounds an awful lot like Vim. So then use SSH keys. Don't complicate the chain for auth. Oh yeah, I'm not trying to. Epoch says I'm just trying to understand it. That's all. That's all. I'm just trying to understand it. I do think I'm going to use SSH keys. Where to put them, or a lot of brainy stuff. A lot of brainy stuff that I'm learning. See if I refresh it, it's 44. Anyway, so that's my dev. So I'm root. So then should I log into Chrissy? I'm trying to think of what I'm doing. So what I'm doing is I just really what I want to do is I want to find my my Git init. Okay. So then I go cd into I just want to see where I am. Now I want to get into my cd users. Is it not, Chrissy? It's like home. It's home. Sorry. Sorry. Is it not really? Do I do this? And then, okay. Huh. The one time. Oh, okay. Good to know. I got it. I figured it out. I didn't even look at chat. I figured it out. I know that. Whoa. I did figure out the long. compact disc? It makes no sense. Hold on. Be right back. BRB. I can't believe. Best way to do it in my. Yeah, I like the long way. But now I'm good. I'll never mess it up again. Or even just CD, right? Okay, anyway. So now I'm home for Chrissy and I want to. This is so then I. Yeah, I. Okay, this is where I want to be. So then if I go into server and then HTTPA and then I want the dev version of this, I think. Dev. Oh, no. This was when you made me do my own. Okay. Thanks for the follow, Triftone. What am I trying to do? I'm looking for my Git. You remember I started a Git last stream? And it's in HTTPS. So yeah. I didn't use Sue. I just used root the whole time. So Artemis, thank you for the follow. Triftone, thank you for the follow. So ... So you're right. I drifted off. Fudgesicles. Is this just changing the Git config, Grey Hatter? Well, hold on. I just need to change the yeah, we're trying to find the Git repo. Which is so in it's right there. And so if I go, so this is creating an SSH key pair and uploading the public key to GitHub. Yes. Yeah, oh, thanks, T. Find home type name Git. I mean, I think I found it, but I'll try to remember that. Type directory name Git. Execute directory name. You want me to try it anyway? That's not what I wanted. Good job. I'll just try it anyway. So we can test it. Type D. Yes, Grey Hatter, I would love your help. For this, because I don't think it's that hard. I'm just trying this. And then backslash, and then do I do this semicolon? No, I don't think that worked. Did I mess anything up? Find home dash type d dash name dot get. Yep, didn't work, T. Unless I messed it up. Oh, there we go. Except, nope. It's not in home. Oh. So I would do find in SRV. It says it's missing. Yeah, I know it means home. Oh, it means home, Chrissy? Yeah, that's what I need the slash at the end. KT. And I'm already in there. So I could have just said here. Like I could have just said find. Can I do dot? Type T name. Fluff, hey!
Well, 14 months, we've known each other for longer than a year now.
I know, friend. And we still haven't gone camping. Probably need a space. I'm trying to look at your... The more I type this, the more I'll remember it. So I'm doing find here. I want to find a directory. So D, type D, where the name is in quotes. It's a string and it's a .git. Execute directory name empty. Like, I don't know what this part is, but that's okay. And it found it here. That's funny. That's where I am. That's where the Git is. Who said something in TTS? Fluff. I know, Fluff! How are you doing? What are we trying to do? All I want to do is change. I'm just making an SSH key for my Git repository so that I can, and we learned a find command. Yeah. So that I can communicate. So this is Fluff. This is my VPS server. It's a droplet server on DigitalOcean. And I'm trying to deploy vibes to it, or bubbles and vibes. So that I have more of a portfolio, I guess. Yeah. So that's the idea. Okay. Bubbles! They're finally not in my food. Yay! Thanks for the bubble, Slappy. Old Slappy. Yeah. Okay, so CD into SSH. So CD into, do you want me to hide? And SSH keygen. ED25519. Force. GitHub and cat github.pub. Woo! Okay, should I hide my screen while I do this? My instinct says hide your screen, Chrissy, for no reason other than you don't know what you're doing. So, all right. None of that is secret. I mean, that's probably true. Okay. Yeah, you're going to see my secrets like this. It's not even... All my secrets are in pixel form, even the ones that I speak out loud. -T. So add 255.19. Force. F is always scary. GitHub. And cat. GitHub.pub. Okay, hold on. Let me just double check. Keygen. Okay. Generating public private ED255 key pair. Enter passphrase. Votes on whether or not I should have a passphrase, y'all. Do not let me anywhere near your droplet. I'm amazing at making small bills into large ones. Okay. Oh my God, is that an obvious, like, oh, it's a random art image? Like, thanks for the follow, Audrey. Audrey 0101. Are you Audrey 101? Do you eat? It's like a QR code? Ah, I'm decoding it now. Can you? Yeah, you probably can. Now I'm trying to decode it. Oh yeah, 100%. 100% can decode. Oh, these are public keys? Okay, so this your public key, your identification has been saved in GitHub. Your public key has been saved in github.pub. Your key fingerprint is this. Your key's random art image is this. Then I've got this like long thing and Chrissy at chrissy.codes. That's what it says. Random art image is like a visual fingerprint just for you to tell the difference between public keys. Huh. All right. So you can like decode it. Open SSL, kind of. Yeah, I saw that, Fluff. That is the saddest story. I feel for you. I'm so sorry. Okay. Now what? Now I go and put it in my public key in GitHub? Or is? I don't know where I am in this process. Generating public private ED25519 key pair. So paste the public key. I have a key fingerprint and then this. I'm going to unhide it. I'm going to show everybody my public key. Did I cat? Yes, I catted github.pub. I tried to do a free RDS instance and somehow I ended up, I also wanted 3 clusters in 3 different zones of gigantic region. Oh no, Fluff. Fluff has the best stories. How dare what? How dare what? Okay. The whole line. So yeah, I'm gonna unhide and show everybody. The whole line. I got you. And then is there a way to do I just open GitHub on Chrome or yeah, I know vanilla. Whatever, man. All right, so I'm in a browser. Let me see if I can figure this out. My gist, my stars, my profile. Oh, so basically I'm telling it to recognize the public key for my server. Got it. So I'm going to go to settings and then go to SSH and okay. Yeah, I'm logged in. Yep, I'm logged in. A Mastodon server met an untimely ending because of an automated delete in Kubernetes via Argo. Database went poof. Wow. That's so horrible. Oh my goodness. Enjoy the lurk, Fafin. Okay, I won't leak anything private till you get back, Fafin. Yeah, it's awful. French song. How do you request song? Well, there's a song request. It's right here. In the what is the thing? What are they called? I don't even know. I can't even remember. After this, we have a pop quiz. Okay, I've got you, Piling. I'm ready for it. So I just have SSH and GPG keys. So I'm just going to do new SSH key. I'm going to title it Droplet. Or should I call, I'll like Chrissy at Droplet? Actually, probably would be good, right? You're right, it's not helpful at all. You can use your channel points to channel point redem. But it's for Chrissy at that site. It's not, but okay. All right, and then I'll put it in here and add it. Hold on, I have to get my phone ready. Okay, my phone is ready, GitHub. Okay, I've got it now. So it's added. So I can close that and Control L this. And then all right. Now I have wait, I'm in my SSH folder now. Or in my directory. Sorry, yeah. Same thing. What? What? I'm just gonna get out of here. And then request like. Oh.
Venus Mackenzie Mackay.
Yeah, you can request like that. Thanks, Hatter. But then I have to add it. Now I have to go look for it. Done. Oh no, Puppy! Floff, do you have a picture of Puppy? Song redeems are 100 points in channel point redemptions. Speaking of, I'm going to have my third interview for that job. Oh, that's great. That's fantastic. Congratulations. Bit leader, geez. CD back into my source folder. Or my server folder? No, my source folder is what you're saying. Hold on. I should have just said Pop D. So I don't have a source, just my server. Is that what you mean? Oh, I guess SRV means something different. Okay. Your comforter? Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. When did I learn? Just now? Except it didn't work. Oh, thanks. I did need that one that time. Okay. Hold on, but we're HTTPS right now. Gray Hatter, right? We didn't reconfigure. Last time we had the address configured to the HTTPS, so we didn't reconfigure it to SSH. I should fix that then, shouldn't I now? You're becoming a much more patient man. Oh, that's lovely. Yeah, I have a friend who like once he got a dog, he like became a new human. I mean, he's an interesting human, but Bubbles! I haven't done that. Bubbles! Oh no, T. We'll see how it goes. If it's anything offensive, let me know and I'll just stop it. All right, let's fix this. So I think I need to do git config, right? I'll just do git help. Why not? And then I need to configure. Let's see. I think I have a commit too. Clone a repository, create an empty. I think we have an init. Git help, and it's global, right? It's global something. That's weird. I controlled L that away. Does it just go to the top of the page and I can scroll back up? I thought it like cleared it. Not that it matters, but like, I dated someone with a retriever. I realized I like the idea of owning a dog much more than actually owning a dog. Oh, I like having a dog. Shoot up your phone. Jeez. Okay, cat.git config. We just want to look on the inside. I mean, I know it's going to be HTTPS. We'll just Vim it. All right, so we need to change this to SSH, which is the address generally the same, but with an SSH at the beginning. I don't know. Let's go look. I don't have this. I didn't push this to the repository, so I just have to change it here. And then, interesting. Oh, I'm not in here. Piling any cool, like, find replaces that I can do here for the HTTPS? Okay. I'll just copy Hatter. Start with a colon. All right. Delete word. All right, so I'll do start with a colon. Oops, sorry. And then %s. Oh, wait. Oh. I'm sorry. Hold on. I've got you. I'm sorry. I'm just gonna escape and undo. And now I want to do colon %s. And then just so I can remember. And then I want HTTPS. And I want to replace it with SSH colon git at. Oh, hold on. I need a couple of forward slashes. Okay, cool. Hey, Pixel Perfect. How you doing? Any cool search place? Oh, the coolest piling. You have the coolest one? Oh no, Fluff. I'm so sorry. Hey, Suthu, how you doing? Raccoons are smart. No, Vim has the coolest. Okay. I've got you. So is this fine now? And I can try to push now? So I want to just write quick. Or is there anything else I need to do? Why did Sloppy remove voice mod? I don't think he removed it. He just set it to 5. Wilfred, would you like to do another voice mod? I can probably reset them. Edit. Duration doesn't have how many. Scan! I'll do that later. But if I ever want a unique password, I'll get a keylogger, log into Vim, and try to figure out how to exit. It's okay. I can't Vim. I'm not really. I'm privileged that you think I look like a wizard, but I didn't even do half the things that I don't remember. Anyway, which is set like relative number, and that's my favorite probably, is just watching the relative number. Okay, so now we're gonna try to push. What's up, Piling? On branch master, nothing to commit, working tree clean. Can I distract you after you push? Yes. Yes, 100%. I just watched you find and replace and exit all from memory. It wasn't from memory. The find and replace was from Gray Hatter's suggestion up above, or I guess help. So it says there's nothing to commit, which is confusing. Did I add? I did add my key on GitHub, 100%. It's saying your local master is up to date. Oh, I'm not doing git status remote. Pixel perfect is a good time to learn. My first exposure to Vim. Oh yeah, I really like it. You're supposed to say, yeah, I know I'm a pro Vimmer. Okay. So if I try to push it, is it gonna set the remote? I think I had trouble. Okay, git push. It doesn't have an upstream branch. I didn't make the remote repository yet. So I need to make the remote repository, which would be really good for me to just nothing. I just wanted to see the error, honestly. VI wizards are called wizards. Wizards. We are wizards. I'm not a VI wizard yet. That's how I got the URL. You're right. You're right. I did make it. But it's not on my repositories. It's not on my repositories. Did I delete? No, it's not even on my private repositories. Are we sure we didn't just do it here and make it up and then? I don't think it's connected, JD. Yeah. Oh, yeah, these are, wait a minute. What? Git at github.com. Where is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I have 10 repositories. I'll make it now. All right. Weird, right? Okay. Uh, I'll add a README on my own. Okay. Okay, it says quick setup. If you've done this kind of thing before, this is what it is. Is this / supposed to be here? It's not in the SSH version of this. Maybe I didn't say, I don't remember doing this. So, use the GitHub version. Okay. So that means I need to go back into the config and then, no, stop. I don't want to do that. I want to do this. %s just to practice. Search for .com. Nope, I did that wrong. Trying to remember. Can I look up for commands? Shut up. I love this. I know it's so silly, but it's just so cool. And I want to, okay, cool. And then replace it with .com. And then I need to do, oh, no, I do this. .com, is that right? Pattern not found, okay. Sorry, I'm learning a thing. I'm singing a Nelson. So that means this is .com. So can it just not look at the escape? So if I do, it's interesting. Huh. So the standard is to use / for sub-separators in Vim. But if you want to use HTTPS, that's 2 slashes, which means easier to use instead of /. I was just using, I'm trying to replace this. So the .com / with just a regular .com and then a colon. So might want to save a copy of this file if you're going to play with search replace. Oh, fair point. Oh, it's okay. I mean, I can always copy the regular. I think it's okay. So you have your match highlighted. So add to start your replacement. I see. I thought this / was like an escape and then like a replace, like sort of like, you know how you can do it on Discord or like command, you can just do /s and then you do what you want to replace. That's what I was thinking it was. And then just, that's fine. Okay. So, okay. So now, should I test this? So I should test this again. Git push, and then I have to set. I have to add origin. Pattern replace. Yeah, that's what I thought it was, piling. This is that, but you use a what are they called? A pound sign instead of a backslash forward slash. Yeah, okay. So now I need to do okay, thanks for the lurk, JD. Enjoy it. Upstream. Do I have, can I just name it something different? Is there not an upstream branch yet? Because I would love to call it just like main or dev or something, or okay. Thanks. Didn't work. Failed to push some references to Git. Oh, sorry, piling. I don't know. This is right. This is right. Hold on. Git co-branch main. What's this mean, Grey Hatter? I think I probably should know this stuff. So git co. I'll just look it up. Branch main. Create. Oh. Doesn't mean anything. Oh, set origin. I see. So it's not a... Okay, good night, Fluff. Get remote. Get at github.com. Chrissy codes. Fetch push. I mean, it's not wrong. So, as in English. What are we going to create a main branch locally? Fine, I'll just leave it master. I don't want to nitpick. Should the colon be a slash? I mean, I guess so, but here's the when I look at GitHub, it says it says it's here. So I don't really know. Okay. So then I want to do All right, let's try that. I'll just leave it master. The authenticity of this host can't be established. The key fingerprint is this. The key is not known by other names. Are you sure you want to continue connecting? Yes. Thank you, Piling. Permission denied? The fuck is going on? All right, I'm gonna go. I copied the entire key. God, this should not be this hard. My host didn't specify a key pair. Thanks, T. It connected. This is now an SSH issue, not a Git issue. Great. I wonder if my file permissions for my SSH is root. But I didn't think it was. Yeah, here's my little cup. No, I don't want to make a config file in SSH because I'd rather debug why it's broken. I don't really mind. Look, hey, this project can go forever. No. I think we should debug why it's broken, as long as it doesn't change anything. Oh, it's going crazy. Okay, got you. I can fix that. I don't want to, wait, you want me to make a config file in SSH? No, I think I should probably, no. I feel like I would never fix it if I didn't. Because the whole point is so that, you mean a git config file or like a different kind of config file, like an SSH config file? Okay. Well, there's a difference between, okay, so you're basically saying in your SSH config that this key is for GitHub. Okay. Okay. I don't mind doing that. Home. And add a GitHub host. Yeah, I did that already. Okay. Host github.com. You know why it did that? Do I have to worry about the indenting? Oh, okay. One line you said? Or you didn't want me to do it in one line? It needs to be indented somehow. Okay. Oh, okay. Sorry. I was just a little confused. It's 4 lines. Twitch is making it 1 line. Okay, this is 1, 2, and then this is the 4th line? Oh, I see. I see. I'm sorry. I understand. I think I got it. I think I got it. Yeah. All right, sweet. Oh, wait. I'm going to do the other way. Control ZZ? No, Shift ZZ, right? No. Which one is it? Control ZZ? I don't remember which way. Oh, no. Is this supposed to echo? This is not okay. Shift ZZ. The hell did I do? Now I can hear myself echo. Is that better? That's better for me. Yeah, no, but it's more fun when I... Not really. Okay. Let's just get back in here. Huh. Escape, Shift ZZ. Got it. Identity file. Okay, that makes more sense. All right, awesome. Sweet. Yeah, we did it. Okay, Piling, did you want to borrow my time? You said you wanted my time after I pushed. Yeah. Okay. We put vimRC somewhere, didn't we? Oh, yeah. They all point to Git servers for some different clients. Adding set relative number? Oh, I see. So color scheme line. You wanted me to try Pablo last time, right? J8 down. So hold on, let me do J8. Oh wait, hold on. I absolutely 100% want that though. D character. How do I delete one character? This is not that important. Oh, thanks. And then color scheme Pablo. Okay. Wait. Pueblo? I spell it wrong? Oh, okay. NNO or remap. Undo. Okay. All right. Oops, I don't want that. X. Okay. Motions. And then J would be J 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 10. Move cursor onward. One word. Hold on. So that's LW. Sorry. Oops, sorry. Okay, so it's just W actually. Put the cursor on default. Like the word default or the cursor on default. So you want me to do put the cursor on the word default. I mean, I can search for it, but I don't know if that's going to move the cursor. Use arrows. Okay. Sorry. Cursor is on the word default. Sorry, y'all. I'm getting a Vim test. Vim quiz. Vim pop quiz. Hey, Bad Cap. How are you doing? Nice to see you. You said use arrows. Did you want me to use like lines on the line? Oh, sorry. Okay. So I can do. Okay, so if I want to go, all right, and then I want to do I do, how do I go? It's not just war. It's like P backwards words. I don't remember how to do backwards words. KW. LW. Nope. JW. JW. Oh, KW. That's not going the right way. A new line? You want me to make a new line? Oh. Oops, wrong way. On the color scheme default. Hold on, I'm just trying to go back to Q. Oops, didn't want to do that. Escape. Q. Just get on Word. Okay, done. Do you want me to use percent? What did Tanua say? Oh, so yes, I'm on default. Mm-hmm. It's a good song. Tanua. Move over to the right one. Okay. Am I running in Vim in PowerShell? I'm running Vim in Bash. Okay, CIW is cut in Word, right? Cut in Word. Pablo. Change in Word. Change in Word. Oh, okay. It didn't change anything. How do I start it now? Oh, now Vim is going to be different colors. Ah, I see. So now it's, I see. Okay. And if I do this and it sits there forever, I'm not going to do that. How many like Vims do people have open sometimes? Like, do you obsessively quit them? There must be like, I guess you see them. You can view them, right? Like the VI list or whatever, Vim list or something. Yeah, Vile, I'm running. Oh, the icon on the tab is PowerShell. I was just wondering how you did it. I have Bash in WSL 2.0 too. So I'm in terminal and then, yeah. One more thing, back in, okay? $12 different Vims. I have 6 Vims open with three windows. Oh, geez. Yeah, that's a lot. Command line stuff, you can just run in Vim. If you want source something without leaving Vim, there's ways to do that. You've heard that a little bit. Say you want to change set to unset, okay? Okay, sure. Go to the first set, okay? Up is I, right? Or I, no, it's K, K12. I do 12, K. Oh, and then I'll do just beginning of the line is like something and I don't know what it is, but oh, it's 0. Is it 0? It's 0. Yeah, I just remembered. Yeah, thanks, Grey Hatter. The first set and now unset. Home also works. Oh. CIW unset. Enter? Why do you want me to press enter? Escape? Oh, escape. Oh, okay. Why would I unset relative number? It's my favorite one. Now I write it and quit it, and then I go back in. Shit. Uh-oh. Not an editor command. Pressed enter. Oh, cool. Sorry. Does that really just kill the config? Yes, I'm ready. Ah. Okay, so now go to the next set. Undo. Okay. All right. Undo. CIW, unset, escape. Okay. Quit and enter. Okay. Go to the next set. Press. Stupid Twitch. Dot. Oh. Got it. And if I did it here, it would do the same. Oh, okay, cool. You want me to do them all? any word. Any word? Any word, it will replace it with move the cursor. Any word. Smart case. So dot is use the last command. Okay, cool. Except I don't want to unset any of these because apparently it doesn't work. Redo the last text edit command. I see. Last text using CIW. Okay, I see. It's not all commands. It's just the last text edit. Got it. Cool. All right, I'm gonna. Okay, Piling. Anything else? Can I quit? Okay, I ended to something sane. Okay, cool. Nice. Cool. Okay. Awesome. All right, sweet. Okay, so now I have a Git repository. It's connected to Hello World. The hello world.py file is sitting in the repository. So now what I need to think about is how I want to move vibes onto the server. And the way that was config setting was selfish. Oh no, that's okay. I think it made sense. I'm sure the colors were bothering everybody. It was like a selfish maybe act that like helped everyone. That's all right, Filing. Okay. So then the next thing I want to do, now that I've tested pushing Git and I have my SSH keys. Gord V2, thank you for the follow. That was kind of boring, Fafin. Let me do another one when it's up for you. I kind of want to make something float. Like a D20. Do you think I can make a D20 float? The ghost from the ring? Oh no, I can do the ghost from the ring way better. Hold on. I need to be wearing white though. I have the hair. I mean, look at all this hair. I mean, what is it for but just to be the ghost from the ring, right? And then you got to open the eyes a little bit, just a little, be less scary. And then you go, not scary, Kismet. Are you scared? Don't be scared. Best ghost. The ring ghost is the best ghost. Okay. What, Piling? Gotta be silly sometimes. Okay. So what I want to do is create a new, I know, needs the white to be optimal. 100%. Maybe next time for Halloween. Maybe I'll be for Halloween. Also, the vocals are like a little bit lower than I did. I did like an and it's really like a there it is. There she is. What's that, T? Wait, what did T write? T, what'd you write down? A fun command, reverse the order of all lines in a file with, oh, that's fun. G, question mark, G is funny too. Does that make, oh, that sounds so fun. G / caret / M0. Okay. How you doing, Kismet? Welcome on in. All right. So the next thing I want to do is I have the everything set up to execute Python. As a matter of fact, I think I'm gonna open this and sort of think about it. So we imported random, go to our application, and it serves the HTML file. I definitely have, I don't know how much of this I have to change to I think I'm going to set it up first and then clone the Git into this space, except I don't know if I want the entire Git, but because I definitely don't want the mechacracy portion of it on the server. I think I just want the vibes portion. But what do I want to do? I want to just put the vibes API endpoint on the server header. So what I need to do is first I want to create a new directory here, but it would be an HTTP, right? And that's so it would be for my vibes. And this is my dev server, right? So, and I definitely want it to be my dev server, and I want to make a dev and a prod Git. But I remember you saying it's the same server. Sorry, I was misspeaking. Same server, different endpoint. This is the dev endpoint, not necessarily the dev server, right? And it's a dev endpoint. I just want to serve it. I wonder if I should serve it through local first. vhost, thank you, vhost. Right, endpoint is, right, is a piece of an API rather than, they're different, they're just different. vhost I've never heard of, but maybe I have and I don't remember. Oh, vhost is the dev.chrissy.codes. I remember we set them up, virtual hosts. Yeah. Okay. So then the best order to do this in is to set up the INI file first, because it doesn't really matter what order I do it in. I can just create an entire. So if I just put like if I just make a directory called vibes here, then I have dev. Is that a good idea? Okay. I can always delete it, right? Can't make the directory because my permission is denied. Can I give myself the access to this? So let me do ls. It's not just lsla. There's something more to see the owner, right? No, I guess not. Okay, so I have ownership for hello world. Can I just make the directory with the owner? Fastest way to control D to get back to root. Yeah. Okay, cool, thanks. That makes sense. Virtual host because do I give a space? Hold on, let me just open chat up a little to see if there's a space or not. There is a space, okay. Put it on a new line. Oh. It's okay, I'm still in Chrissy, so I'm not like... Okay. I'm going to be very careful here. So you're saying to... What? I don't know the difference. The HTTP user... Oh, so there is an HTTP group. You're saying, I see. You're asking me if I want to create the HTTP user that you expected to be here, but Ubuntu doesn't have it. So you're frustrated because they don't already have it in the distro. Got it. I'm up to speed. Sorry. Took me a sec. So then, yeah, I mean, I don't, so I would rather create, oh, managing access. I guess because I don't expect there to be a whole lot. I was just copying what you said. Oh, sorry. Messed it up. Everything else was right, except I wasn't in root. You said to go into root. You said to go into root. You said, I'm right? Okay, okay. So is the HTTP, so obviously these two, this is group and then user. And right now I'm in the Chrissy group and the Chrissy user. It's okay, I know what you're saying. All right. Okay. I can do that. All right, sweet. So we're going to go manual add user, and it'll tell me the dash flags, or I can tell you, but only because I have the man page open already, because I always have to look them up. Woof. Okay. Add user, add group, dash, add a user or group to the system. Oh, that seems easy. You need to create a system user and a system group. That makes sense. But I'm going to be doing so.
You can do
Add
it!
group system. Thanks, Piling. Add user, user group. So add user, and the options for add user are home shell, no create home, UID ID, group in group. Oh, I have so much to read. It should be a single command. I did just try to use the mouse, I'll admit it. Add user will create the home directory. And before you hit enter, I feel like as pilings, like I should just always put that at the end of piling sentences. Before you hit enter. Oh, really? It doesn't work. Oh. I gotta be doing something. If add group is called with the system option, a system group will be added. Add an existing user to an existing group. If add user is called with the group option and without the system option, or add group is called respectively, the user group will be added. What are you looking at? What are you looking for, Hatter? Client debug system UUID. Exit values, files, the end. Add user config 5, delete user 8, group add 8, user add 8. Oh, I'm looking it up. That's funny. You want me to do it with one line? Okay. Add user, add group, add user, or group to the system. Home. System options, home directory. Might be worth looking into most over less. What? Yeah, I don't really know. I would just add the group and then add the user. But add group system options. I don't even know what GID ID is. Add user and add group. Add users and groups to the system according to the command line options and configuration information for etc. Add user dot config. They're friendlier front ends to a low level tools like user add, group add, and user mod programs. By default, choosing the Debian policy, this is exhausting. Creating a home directory with skeleton. What? Add a normal user. I see. Add a normal user. If called with one non-option argument and without the dash dash system or the dash dash group options, add user will add a normal user. Got it. Most, more, and less? Dev, what do you mean? Most over less? Do I want a normal user? I want a user that can control the HTTP and make directories and things. DevXM or I'm gonna look at your thingy. Oh, I see. Okay. You're just like, this is just how much I can see. I'll look at it another time, I think. Last should be the pager that you're using to view manual pages. Actually, you can probably get away with just creating an HTTP group. That's what I'm not really sure what I'm looking for because I don't know. I don't know anything about the patterns for users in the, are you just telling me learn? Is this what this is? Like, I can't, it's so linear. My brain is like, yeah, I just need to do a thing. Just do it. Yeah. I know, piling. It's really just because my brain hurts a lot. And does anybody know read every manual? For real. I'll do my best. Has great dogs. I wish I had a good dog, Fafin. I want a good dog. So in case y'all haven't yet realized, which I don't think you have because I have done a pretty good job of hiding it. I've been awake since 10 a.m. yesterday, like 9 a.m. yesterday. So, this like wall of text right now is impossible for me to read. Also, I don't really can I change the font? Go get some sleep? No, hell no. I just can't. You're like asking my ADD to work on something that's to read something that's, I want more stuff to read. I would love more stuff to read, but in a different font. Don't like this. But what's the no create home? How do I know? Hold on, let me read. Why am I doing this? Let me talk through why I'm doing this. What I want to do is create a new directory for in my HTTP for my vibes app, the entire app. So what I need to do is create a directory, right? Duh. And Chrissy can't do that. So what I need to do is add, I would just I wouldn't want to change the owner of that, would I? Yeah, piling, I'm trying to, oh, really? Piling, did I answer your questions? Neon green? Oh, my brain. Windows terminal should have a way to configure fonts, probably some JSON file or something. That's fine. I'm not worried about it. Yeah, so what I'm trying to do is so the whole HTTP thing, yes, a system user is also known as a role, ROLE. Anyone that's a member of the system group, HTTP, will have access to the HTTP stuff. So this is an access group. So you're telling me, okay, but is this the best way to manage access groups? Is there not a good tool in, and that's why you ask me, do you want to create the HTTP group or do it the Ubuntu way? And the Ubuntu way is probably what I'm asking about. Okay, sorry. Active Directory? Did I say something about Active Directory? I don't even know. Okay. Then you can run your USKey programs as the HTTP user, and your user is safe from that stuff if there's some bug in the apps you host. Yeah, you can. I understand. Okay. So user Chrissy can access HTTP. So I understand user access, and this is the best way to do it. Like how many different user groups do you have on your server, Hatter, or anybody? Like how many user groups would you create? Because you can probably create like a user group for every like big directory, right? Like uWhiskey would be like a uWhiskey user group. You can search in manual with man-k. Okay. Groups command. Alpine limits, so daemons get users created for them. Okay. Hey, Lifted Being, how are you doing? Oh my goodness, you guys, Lifted Being is here. Sorry, Lifted. I just, like, my brain didn't. Hello. What's up? I was reading what you were saying, and then my brain didn't register. I know about access control. Yeah, for real. This sucks so much. This sucks so much. This part sucks a lot. Access control is like one of my least favorite things, probably because I was in charge of it so often for so many things. And do what they tell you. Ugh, okay. Yeah. I mean, setting access, like just. I guess I don't really know. Add user system. Add a system user. Don't create a home for them. Also add a group and user bin false. And in shell, don't create a user bin for them. Stay woke, don't close my eyes. Okay. So if I add user to this, add a system level user, don't create a home for them. Sorry, next time I'll read the whole manual and understand everything. I like doing that. I just can't right now. / bin false HTTP. Switch to light mode? Oh, hell no. Oh, hell no. I'm trying, Faffin. I'm trying so hard. Don't speak. I know just what you're saying. Okay. She's actually using man. I always just look up commands. Oh yeah, I would. Now I need to do ch. Now I need to do the own. Okay, so now I need this one. Come on, you can do it. Fine. Okay, I don't want to do this. Apparently it didn't run, so it doesn't view it in the history. That makes sense. Why would it save a command? You said you wanted me to put it did save? Wrong user. Okay. I'm not going to press enter until I know. I tried CH own as Chrissy. It saved. Yeah, I know that. I know that. I know that. I know that already. Yes. Yes. I know. I'm sorry. Oh, I didn't do it as root. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I get it. 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 Yes, I am tired, Wilfred. Also, you're like, it's before 1 o'clock. I'm so tired, Wilfred. Did I tell you I've been up for 48 hours? No, that's not true. That's not true. It's 37, 38, 38. Wolf is very familiar with this Chrissy codes. Wolf knows a lot of a lot of CC though. Plenty of sleep. I got 30 minutes of sleep between 2 and 2:30 p.m. Soon, Alan, soon. Thanks, Jesus. Fafin doesn't know any daytime Chrissies. No, Fafin, this is a different Chrissy. This is I don't take anyone's advice, Chrissy. No way, y'all. No way. Maybe. We'll see. Okay. So I'm in root and I didn't use this in root. I used it in Chrissy. So it will be in the history, but this is a /. You said, right? You said it was a /. Hold on. I need to, an L. Whoo. So does, I don't know who did. Okay. Well, I didn't try it here. Okay. And I should be able to make, oh my God. You mean after I type in the CH own? I'm sorry. Hold on. You're saying things that I cannot keep up with. So you said you also need to add Chrissy to the group. Oh, okay. Hold on then. So we're going to go back to the root, or hold on, there's a better way to do this. Control D. Perfect. Oh, that's funny. Then I do HTTP, because now I've made the group. So I'm going to take HTTP and then SRV, HTTP. Okay, so now I can press enter. Change ownership. Okay, I'm going to change the ownership. I'm in root. Don't want to be terrified. Good. Then after that, yeah, okay, I've got you. Then after that, change the directory. Hey, Squad Supreme, how are you doing? I'm tired, but it's all right. So now what I want to do is ch mod http Chrissy.
Let's stretch our legs.
Wilfred. That's probably not right. Hold on, let me do. Yeah. All right, let me stretch my legs. Okay. So the entire okay. Low lunges. Cut the Caesar off from music. It's a good song. I'm not doing these. That's the last one. Last time they did only lunges. This is dumb. This is it's what's the word for when it's damn it. What's the word? I can't think. Rigged. Who made the spinner? I don't know. Stream Elements. Shoulder roll or standing next. I would do shoulder rolls because I did standing next last time when I was trying to avoid lunges. Why are you glaring at me? What? Thank you, Lifted Being. You are the best DJ. Also love Dropkick Murphys. Lifted Being, you, if you don't have enough points, you can suggest just directly through me a little bit. Games for the win. Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. Okay, so HTTP the home or the here of that belongs to HTTP. What's the double dotted one? Again? What is that? Dot. I don't know what the dot is. 4 lines. This means parent directory. Oh. Okay. These 4 lines, the full lines or the columns? So this is the list of access. List access to, so this is list ls, list what's in here, and then list the access to the server. Shh. Long all. Oh, long all. Damn. Okay. Long all. Got you. So it's like the verbose kind of version. Okay. So then this DRWXR, this is like part of a key, I think. D means something. Where is the D? I don't see a D anywhere. Did I say the word D? What? Oh. Okay. Directory, read, write, delete, read. Delete, read, and delete. So it's telling you all of the types of execute. Okay. So read, write, execute, read, execute, read, and execute. And there are yeah, I don't know. I'm guessing. So can the HTTP group write to this directory? Yes, it can. And can the HTTP, what? It says DRWXR, so it can read and write. Well, good for you for knowing something I didn't. But why does it say it 3 times? User group. There are 3 listings for chmod. So change. Wolfred. Just curious, do you have any photos? Oh, that is an interesting question, Napcat. I do have a VOD that shows them, but you'd have to hunt through like months and months of VODs in my YouTube, but I'll think about putting one up specifically and putting an exclamation point behind it. That's a really good idea, Napcat. Yeah, no, it is their Star Wars stuff. Do you want me to pull anything over for you? It's not world. Never 777. What the hell are you saying? Just remember, if it does not work, chmod 777. Never 777. It's not world. What the hell are you? What are you saying? I don't understand any of you. You're just saying numbers. And I'm a mathematician. I don't trust them. Not right now. Oh yeah, that makes sense, Wilfred. Octets when she's awake. Yes, can we please teach me about permissions when I'm awake? Oh, octal? Oh, her octal. Okay. So U is read, write, execute. No, they're all, no. User, group, and world. I see. So chmod 777 gives the user group and the world all the access. It says world. What is it? Well, I don't know. It says UGW. It says W equals world. I believe everything on the internet. I believe you, Grey Hatter. Is RWX, RWX, RWX. I understand. Okay, so kind of. So, oh. understand. Yeah, I mean, you guys are just saying stuff that's like totally not, I'm not even seeing what that's not here. So the directory has read, write, execute, and then read again. Like, why is there another R anyway? Oh my God. Okay. I don't know. I'm done. Okay. We're going to, so now HTTP can't write to this because it has a 4. So 4, okay, got it, is the octet, It's the basically the tells me what it is. So 4 would be, what the 4 isn't about permissions. Okay. So the permissions are only in drwxr. Yeah, but I can't, so it has write in it and I can't tell whether or not. Divide 3.14. I can't, that's not information that can enter my head right now, Greyhatter. I don't know. HTTP, the first line means group, and then the second column means user. And then 4096 has got to be maybe how much space is allocated for it. And then the date, I mean to tell you each of those. Oh, I see. So is the user the first column then? RWX. The group is XR. But it's DRWX, DRWX, R dash X, R dash X. I see. Okay, well, great, cool. Group never has write access. Only users have write access? Or no, you're just saying it doesn't. So the group has no write. Oh, this dash is no write. No write. Yeah, I gotcha. Okay. I'm here. I'm made it. Notice I'm saying a lot here. Thanks, Piling. I appreciate you. I get it. What is this song? Maybe Wilfred. Yeah, whatever. Will it lift it be? Okay. Wolf, you okay if I skip? Oh, okay, good. Oh, it's Josh's song? It's not Wolf, it's Josh. This is lifted be no. This was this was Alan, was this you? Somebody did this. I think it was Alan. Yeah, for real, Wolf. Wolf wouldn't do that. Did I explain everything else right? Did I pass the damn test? I don't know what this number is. Maybe it's the level of no. It's got to be like access, like this is all access? No, I don't know what this is. I don't know what it is. It's how old I feel right now. Yeah, back to the man pages. Amen, Epoxis. Can we just not do this? Can I learn this later? Nice lifted. I don't want to learn this now. This is so painful. The number of hard links. Okay, show me one thing first, please, piling. I can, Wilfred. I've been doing so well. Do you take any melatonin, Wolf? What I used to do is like play a movie that I really loved over and over again, so that it wasn't new, but it was like still something that kind of played in the background for me. That worked. Yeah, 30 minutes is proper. Okay, except I've gotten better. Could I just fix this? So HTTP can't write to this file. And I also need to add Chrissy to this group. And I do that by doing ch. No. This is going to be add user. And actually, you're right. I do need to do man add user now. What happened to the music? I don't want to do that. This is cooler, Fafin. No, I don't want to change the ownership. I want to add user to HTTP. So HTTP at Nix. I'm putting in the house. What am I doing? Fucking hell. No, fuck. Add user Chrissy to HTTP. Nix. Enter. Done. Okay. Sue Chrissy. Users don't have write access. Everyone has write access, but groups and users don't. It's fine. Groups in the world? I don't know. Okay, so now what we want to do is make directory. Now I want to put this here because I'm going to a different serve HTTP vibrator. What you're learning here can help you in other operating systems. Well, I'm not going to forget what I'm learning here, lifted being Unix and BSD. All right, I got you. Oh, type groups. My groups are root, Chrissy, and HTTP. But fine. Oh, and sudo. Ooh, it's not root, it's sudo. Sudo. What if I do this? One group. Cool. I won't. I hope I do. No. I did not remember that part. Do I do that in the root? It's not that I forgot it. I just didn't understand what it was doing. Oh, add ch modify group add right to. Got you. Okay. Whose tune is it? I don't want to. I don't want to make anybody sad. Did somebody request it? Is it long? Yeah, no, I think I got it. Except maybe the ad, right? The plus. I think I got it. Fuck. Excuse my language, sorry. So now I want to... Shh, it's fine. All right. So now I want to make directory. Oh, can I do this? No, I guess not. I think I'm going to call it vibrator with an E. I feel like that's more... I think that's more like... Doesn't matter. I can always change it. I can always delete it and write it back from Git again. Oh, look at that. I made a directory with Chrissy. Okay, so now... Um... Oh. Just free troll everybody? Maybe. Who was it? Alan? Nice job, Alan. I think I can put streamer mode on. Oh, so hold on. Should not the group be, oh, no. So why isn't it HTTP user Chrissy? Sticky mode, G group add sticky mode, a complicated Linux feature. So if I put a different, so let's say I made a user, Wilfred. If I made a user Wilfred, and I added Wilfred to HTTP and Wilfred created, would like Wilfred show as Wilfred if Wilfred had a group? And then I don't want it, but I would if I had more than one user. Group plus if it's his default group. Okay, so if his default group is HTTP and he doesn't have another default group, then his default, so my default group as Chrissy is Chrissy, but I'm also in HTTPS. So this is saying that because I, as a user, created it, it stuck my group to it instead of HTTP. But because HTTP has top level access, does this have anything to do with like levels? It must not. It's probably like independent, right? You can change group HTTP vibrator. Okay. Oh, it is? Oh, cool. Hell yeah. Is there any reason to change the group to HTTP vibrator? Yes. Yes, because if I put anyone else in this group in HTTP, they should be able to change vibrator, but they will anyway because it's top level access. No? Okay, cool. If you want a different user to SSH to your server and write to the directory. Only you can write to that directory now. Okay. I'm going to keep it that way. Am I? No. No, I'm not. I'm going to change group. Well, at least I know the group's the other way around now. This isn't the clean version? Okay. All right, so now we have vibrator and we can, so this is where I'm pretty close to the end of my, sucks because I still have to do other things and, oops, sorry, hold on. So, I mean, none of this is really private, so this is not what I want. So vibrator, wanted to look at vibrator a little bit. So vibrator has, okay, so vibrator has, oh, did I? Should I dock myself? What programming language is LO? IO? I don't even know, Wilfred. Hold on. I don't know. It should say Python. What the hell is in here? What did I copy? Let's see. AOC. Yeah, it's in vibrator. I don't even understand. I don't understand. I have no idea. I have no idea. It should be JavaScript, but what the hell? Okay, so then if I were to pull this on, I would really only want to pull sentiment analysis in. So I wonder if the right thing to do, this is all Node, and I just want to pull Python in. I do not want to pull Node in right now. And I also need to ensure that it can, I still have the wheel up. Wait, what? Wait, am I still doxing myself? Oh my God, what? What wheel? Oh, my stretch wheel. Do I really? How did that even happen, y'all? How did that happen? So long. Oh my goodness.
You can do it!
Good heavens. Sorry about that. Okay. Faffin. What does that even mean? No, it wasn't my public one. It was the server. It was not my public IP. That was 21. I don't think mine was. Yeah, I don't think it was mine. Unless, yeah, no, I don't think it was. Anyway, I'm so tired. Okay, y'all. I think okay, so what I want to do is I probably want to take sentiment analysis and just have that up. Yeah, you have a founder's badge. You just noticed today? Just now? I literally called you a founder when you came in, Wolfred. Go back in the VOD and you'll see. Oh man. Yeah, that's funny. So does Floff. Floff has a founder's badge. It's 14 months, baby. A long time. Long time to hang out. Floff? F-O-L-F? Okay, all right. So I know what I want to do next. It is initializing a Git repository under HTTP. I just know you too. I don't know anybody else. Wrong. What you want to do next is bed. Oh, fair point. But what I want to do on my next stream is to pull, I think I want to pull sentiment analysis away from the rest of this. I want to see if there is any like precedent set for running fast API on Whiskey, because that's like might be kind of complicated. I don't know. And then I want to take out I don't know if I want to leave the data model with it. I did make it in fast API, I think. But I think I can do it in something else, Wilfred. I can refactor it fairly easy, I think. Maybe not. I don't know. I got to think about it. But I do think it's in fast API, right? I think so. Yeah. Okay, so then once I can do that, it sounds fast. Once I do that, then I'm going to try to run it on the server. So I think like I'm at the point where I'm at least going to put vibes up. Maybe, unless I have to refactor it a bunch. We won't even know if it works, right? It won't be fast. So that's what I'm thinking of doing. That's what's next. Soapbox. Do you miss Soapbox, Wilfred? I should make Soapbox. I miss Soapbox too. You were? I love Soapbox. It's a good app. I'm going to finish Vibrator. Once I finish Vibrator, I'll go back to Soapbox. Vibrator just needs a couple of tweaks here and there. It needs a new model. Wait, what's wrong, Josh? You thought vibrating was done? It rates vibes. Yeah, I know I got to deploy it and then I'm good. And then maybe put like some information about it, what it does. Add some documentation, maybe. And then I'm done. That's true, Piling. You are number one. And on a high note. Okay. And on a high note. Should I put the wheel back up? Is that the right idea? Oh man. Okay. No, Rick, you're number one. No. Piling is wonderful. Banana banana. Everybody's number one. I love everyone. I think we have to find someone new to raid. Y'all. Oh my god, I don't know. Hold on, we gotta find someone new to raid. What was the bug? No, Piling does not get preferential treatment. What am I looking for? I'm looking for software. Game dev. Wow. Teensy beansy. Thanks for the follow, y'all. Where am I? Oh, right here. We want to meet someone new? Anybody got someone good to raid? Herky, thank you for the follow. Art. Arty art. He's doing anything interesting. I mean, I'm sure there's a lot of interesting stuff, but like Coding with Strangers is on. I don't really know Coding with Strangers very well. We can go though. Happy birthday stream. Damn. All right. I guess that's what we have to do. I know I went, like, I don't know Coding Strangers very well. I did Coding with Strangers. Hey, Loki. Yeah, it is. It is, I guess. I just want to get past the... Oh, yeah. Okay. I remember now. We haven't rated him a lot, I guess. So let's go check him out. All right, y'all. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for all the things I usually say. The bits, the vibes, What time is it? Oh! If I'm going to deploy Git, lifted being, interwatch, Git tools, tree master dumper. I'm going to bed too. Did we leave yet? No. All right. Good night, everybody. See you soon. To a web server directory. Be careful. Okay. I'll read it. All right. I will. Thank you. Bye. Good night. Wait, did someone follow? Huh.